The 1938 grand final, Don, what are your memories of that game? And I should say that I did speak to Jim Francis before he died, and I asked him the question, and he recalled having to jump over the children that were on the boundary line running onto the ground.
Yeah.
Do you recall that?
Yes, that was something that surprised me. Very little publicity about. Now let me think. The older southern stand was round to about bay 14 or 15 at the time, and then there was quite a lot of standing room. And this game then against Collingwood, the ground was closed, I think at about 1:30. It was chock-a-block full. There were 97,000 there, and the pressure of the people standing in the area in the southwest corner where the opening was for the groundsman and the like to go on, broke the fence, and quite a number, how many, it was hundreds or 1,000 or so, were distributed around the outer side of it between the boundary line and the fence. Yeah, so that was the... And getting into it, as far as I was concerned, the crowd was so thick. You got in through the members area there, and you just had it's almost like playing a quarter or two before you even got to the dressing room to get in. It was so packed.
It was a record crowd, I think, for its time.
Oh yes, easily.
Now, looking at the scores, Don, Carlton seemed to be in control of the game for most of that match. They were certainly in front for most of the game. How did the game pan out? Was that as you remembered it, that Carlton was in control for the most part?
Actually, memory of the game itself was pretty dim in the main. I thought of that on a number of occasions. And the only impression I have, yes, that there wasn't anything close or exciting about it in the round about the 3-goal, 2 to 3 goal margin most of the time, and that's the way it was at the end. Yeah. It wasn't from recollection, wasn't a very high standard game at all.
Jack Rowett kicked 4 goals in that game. And Jack Hale, I think, was adjudged best player for Carlton.
Probably so, yes. I think he was, thought this one over too. Was Jack in the centre on that occasion?
I think he might have been.
I think he was most of the time, yeah.
Yes. But a win over Collingwood's always a good win, even better when it's a grand final.
Oh, yes.
Celebrations that night back at the ground, do you recall? Or?
That was, I found, a bit tame. I don't know why. Just a recollection. I didn't drink in those days, so that was one thing. They had a couple of entertainers, the usual thing of singing and telling stories, etc., etc. Got 1 or 2 of the players, including Harry Valance, was the only one worth listening to. And they got up to sing a song or 2. But by and large, it didn't impress me too much. But of course, when you're a non-drinker in that sort of atmosphere, it colours the outlook a bit. And also, of course, that a bit weary after having played the game, and when going on towards midnight after that. Yeah.
And that was a great day for Carlton because it had been so long since their previous Premiership pennant. So I think it was something like 23 or 24 years?
1915.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, it was a great occasion for one person in particular, and that was Newton Chandler, the secretary, because he had played as a wingman in the 15 side, and he then had that marvellous career as secretary. Finished up, how old was he when he died? About 102?
101 or 102 or something, yeah.
That's right. Yeah.